Daylight, my MVVs, welcome.
Now, report reaching us allegedly is that there's been a very serious panic in the palace of the Oni of Ife, and that Oni of Ife has panicked, the elders have panicked, everybody's panicking over some of the things that are happening in the palace of Oni of Ife that have not been happening before. Like right from time immemorial, some of these things they are beginning to see these days have never happened in the palace of the Oni of Ife, especially when a very great man, a good man that is loved and known to be an absolute good person is on the throne. The question is, why is this happening? Now, it is rumored that Iyemolu water dried off. Now, in the interest of those of you who may not know what is this Iyemolu water, now, the progenitor of the Yoruba race that happens to be Oduduwa had many wives, okay? And now, his most senior wife then was called Yemolu. Please correct me if I'm not pronouncing the name well. And then, of all his wives, Iyemolu had no children of her own. And, she was very, very frustrated. Due to this frustration, she prayed to the gods to transform her into some kind of water that will be useful to mankind. Now, she was transformed. At least that is what history said, okay? For those of you who come and begin to drag me like a pass your neighbor generator, please go and make your research before you come and drag me. It's not me that is saying this, so at least this word is there in the books, okay? Now, this history says that she, after praying to the gods, because she was very frustrated, she was unhappy the entire time that she was married to such a great man like Oduduwa, but she had no kids to show for it. And so she had to pray to the gods that the gods should transform her into a water that will bring, some kind of healing and a whole lot of value to mankind. And the gods answered her prayers and transformed her into the Iyemolu cave, okay? Now, the Yemolu cave is still there, and there is this water, spring water that comes out of the cave, okay? And now it's being said, as rumor has it, that that is the only water that the Oni of Ife uses. That water is used to prepare meals for the Oni of Ife. That water is used for his bathing. The water is used to sanitize his clothes. The water is used to clean his, chambers and everything. Oni of Ife does not drink from any other water but from the spring water that comes from Iyemolu cave. Now, the question then was, when he travels to Kenya, to America, to UK, to Germany, and all of these places that he has been traveling through, what does he use to bathe? What does he drink and all of that? Now, do not forget that he is indeed Oni of Ife. He has got a lot of people. He travels with the servant. Have you seen him travel before? He travels with all of these things. They said he goes with a bottle of that water. He uses the water and he adds to what he will bathe and all of that. And they say as long as he is in the palace in his own country, he's expected. As a matter of fact, it's a taboo not to use that water. But when he's out there, there is some kind of consideration over the fact that he is not in his home country traditionally. Now, let's go back to why we're here. I had to give you a background of what is going on, so in the interest of those who may not understand what's going on, so you understand it. So right now, we are hearing that they woke up to find out the cave is dried up. Now the cave is the water is connected to the palace, and the cave is right there in the palace. There's the way they did it and all of that. And they woke up to find out that water is dried up, and they said that is a taboo. It has never ever happened before. Then You do know that the Oni of Ife's palace does not belong to, like, it's not something that the or Jaja the second, His Imperial Majesty has used alone. It's something that they have used over time. And though it wasn't this big, it wasn't this tush, it wasn't this, sophisticated. Because of course, Oni of Ife took over in 2015. I stand to be corrected, and he decided to, build this edifice that we are seeing right now. And a lot of things were altered, and a lot of things were redone. Okay, and so right now that is where we are. But they said they woke up to the fact that the water dried off. That happens to be a sign that something is obviously wrong. In the last couple of weeks, we've been hearing about fireballs, hearing about him seeing this and seeing that. But fortunately, they are all on. I don't know what to say about this. They keep attributing all of these things to the Queen Naomi's absence in the palace. Now they say that this thing with Queen Naomi and the Oni of Ife, that for those of us who are seeing it from outside, we see it as just a man and a wife. But from the traditional people who know, those who know what they know, they see it as something that has got a very great spiritual undertone. They have done a whole lot of findings about how this relationship, where the relationship is coming from. They said the relationship is being dated back, century back, and all of that, reincarnation and all of that that's got to do with Pinami and the Ooni. And so they said that Queen Naomi has a journey to make with the Oni of Ife. She is supposed to be in the palace. Now, the reason why things are the way they are right now is just because she is not in the palace, that she needs to be in the palace of the Oni of Ife. And they said it's the reason why they keep having all of the signs that it is speaking, that it is being angry fireballs here and there, and all of that. And Ooni of Ife has made up his mind that in the next couple of months, Queen Naomi is coming back to the palace. So I am saying that the man himself, from what we are hearing, is making preparation for this. So I feel maybe they need to just give him a time of day and allow him focus and do the things he needs to do instead of running, making him run back and forth with all of these signs and wonders that are happening in the palace of the Oni of Ife. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dela. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the sauce is still on the rails. How are you guys doing? We are approaching weekends. If you're like me, I love weekends so much. Okay, so I love you. I appreciate you guys so much. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Okay, so we have heard about the Yemolu water that just dried up. That is a sign that there is this kitty kata kitty running in the palace. As elders are working against time. Ooni of Ife is working against time to ensure that they bring back Queen Naomi, so all of this drama will stop. They say it has to do with the drama with Queen Naomi. We heard about another deity that is called Iyemolu, who said that if they don't bring her back in how many days, something is going to happen and all of that. So is this all the signs are they still coming because of Queen Naomi, or what is bringing the signs? But one thing that has been said already is that something is so wrong, and it has to do with a lot of things that have not been done right in the palace of the Oni of Ife. It's been rumored that the Oni of Ife has been very, very worried, though he's been doing his things, but very worried over the things that are happening. So they have called for some sacrifices, for some rituals to be done so that the water will restore itself. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you.